Here we are in the Burger King Pro Dirt souvenir stand here for this awesome series. We're at Palmerston North again this time. It's been 2 months. I can't believe it's been that long. We've got Grant Flynn working flat out, his wife Vicky, Kristen Vermeulen, she's down here on the floor doing her thing, and a big string of people coming up and buying this awesome merchandise and getting some free stickers and stuff. Grant, it's been 2 months since the series last had a final round. That's when, of course, Bobby Pearce was here, showed everybody the fast way around this track. 2 months later, we're back.
Yeah, no, it's good. You know, we've had a lot of racing in between. We've sort of done a big stint down in Cromwell, so no, we can't wait. It's good. It's always good to race at Palmy. It's a momentum track, and everyone gets the handle of it pretty quick, and we can put on a show.
Do you think after what Bobby did here in Ben Harding's car that a few of the other drivers have picked up some tips on how to drive this racetrack?
Oh, hey, I mean, like, he's world class. That's why I was saying to everybody from the start. I don't think it really showed anybody other than probably the Kiwi fans how good he was. Ben's got an exceptionally good car. He knows what he's doing as well. Hey, I've been in races where I've seen Ben do the same thing, but I think it probably did push the fact that there was a high line. I mean, Mark Osborne, if anyone's going to run it, he will, and he knew darn well that Chris Cowling was hard on his tail, and he didn't budge off the pole line because that's Chris's favourite part of the track. And but hey, it's going to be a different ball game tonight. Everyone's got their own cars, and we're into it.
Some interesting results coming out of those big events over the last couple of months through the New Zealand North Island Championship and such.
Yeah, interesting results. I mean, I think it's the first time we haven't had a 1, 2, 3 NZ in our series for 10 years. So, but credit to those down south. They all deserved it. They all drove well, and you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we all we want to win this series. So there's not a lot of difference between the points. We've still got another 3 rounds to go. And yeah, included in that is we're actually going to do a double points night, so just to make up for the one rain out that we've had. So it's still anyone's game, and yeah, tonight you just got to accumulate the points and keep yourself in the hunt for that championship.
2 months is a long time off in the series. We see Mark Osborne still the points leader. You know, he seems to be the master of this series. And interestingly, Ben Harding's still there in second place despite dropping that round here when he lent that car out.
Yeah, not quite the case though. The arrangement was that Bobby would race the car and Ben would collect the points. So actually, in all fairness, before Bobby started, Ben was in 5th place, and when Bobby went home, Ben was in 2nd place. But hey, I don't really think there was. It would have been a big difference. Ben was leading the first round at Bay Park until a drive shaft failure. We all know how good 24A can be.
Well, that was something that I've just learnt. I didn't realise that was the scenario, because when I looked at the points, I thought, wow, Ben must be having a great series. So thanks for clarifying that. This trailer, it's some of this awesome merchandise you got. Those new diecast cars, they are absolutely stunning. And the way that they've put those together with all the sponsors and everything on them, it's elevating your series another level, and you guys just keep on that every year with this BK Pro Dirt series.
Yeah, it's a hard ask. I mean, we just want to offer what we can to the fans, and you know, the diecast is something, I guess, as a kid I always wished that I had one of my dad's, so I was pretty determined to get them done. They're pretty costly to get them out of the States, but they're exceptionally quality, and you know, it's unique, and the fact that we can have them branded just like our cars is awesome.
How cool would it be to have cars back from the 70s and 80s though? Man, you and I get pretty excited about that. Beautiful sunshine here in Manawatu for this final, for this round. Paired up, of course, with the NZ Superstocks Teams Championship, which really is the big draw on the card tonight, but I always look at this Pro Dirt Series as being the topping on top of the dessert.
Yeah, I mean, we always treat it as we're the undercard. We're here to support it and add to the show, and you know, I think we've proved that the quality is here and that we can add to the show. I mean, I believe that Speedway is unrated. We don't get applause that we probably deserve. I mean, it's the second biggest spectator sport other than rugby, and you know, this weekend, if you've never been to Speedway, this is the one you want to attend. And you know, hey, I wouldn't race a Superstock in a teams race, but credit to them. But hey, we want to do some clean wheel-to-wheel, outside, inside-out passes and just put on a show for the fans.
I'm sure we'll see that. Good luck tonight. Hopefully you make it through into the shootout, and also good luck in that 20-lap final as well.
Yeah, no, thanks a lot. We appreciate everyone like yourselves, all the effort that you go to. It just lifts the profile of our sport. So, you know, without Burger King backing us, we probably wouldn't be able to lift it to the level that we are. So really enjoy all our sponsors, the Moving Company, Quinn Garages and Edwards Transport, along with Lucas Oil. Those sort of 5 or 6 are the main drivers that actually allow us to step it up every year.
Excellent, thanks Grant. Hey, if you're not here tonight, sorry, but you're going to be missing a big one. This time we got the 27 car from the mount of Chris Cowling. Chris, firstly, congratulations on that New Zealand title win, your second one in the Saloon class, because I haven't seen you since then, so well done.
Yeah, thank you. We had a good run up there in Auckland. Track was pretty slick, and I seem to like that stuff quite a bit in the Saloon, so that worked out well for us, and brother came home in third, so we couldn't have asked for a better night. It was pretty neat.
Now you're back in the Super Saloon here for the Burger King Series. How's that been going for you?
Yeah, pretty good. The last couple of runs, last time we were here we got third, and up in Auckland we were third as well, so the first night out at home we got a little bit of a wreck, so a little bit of ground neck up on some of these boys, but we'll just keep digging away at it, see what we can do. I haven't actually been in this car since that last round, which was about a month or a month and a half ago, so hopefully I know what to do out there still.
Well, believe it or not, it was the 3rd of December.
Oh heck, so it's a little while ago then.
Yeah, it's over 2 months ago, and of course we had Bobby Pearce here. I was talking to Grant Flynn about him then, and wondering if the other drivers have learnt anything from his experience over here.
Oh, I mean, someone like of his calibre out here, it's amazing to learn off, just to watch his lines and stuff like that, what he does and how he enters a corner and stuff like that. So I'm sure there's a lot of guys that picked up little things off him, and but you know the calibre of driving over here, and especially in this series, is very, very hard. So no, it should be some good, hard, fast racing tonight.
Grant was saying it's the first time in around 10 years that the 1, 2 and 3 in Z aren't running.
Yeah, the boys down there did a really good job on the home track. They definitely showed that the home track advantage was good. Those guys fully deserved their placings down there. That was going to happen eventually. I mean, next year I think the championships are up here at Bay Park, so hopefully we can kind of repeat and get 1, 2, 3 back up here.
Well, that definitely is going to be an event not to be missed, because I mean that big track with the big horsepower, you guys are definitely going to be turning it on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean it's suited track for big tyres, so big wide place, and if the track's right, whether it be drivey or slicker, and I'm sure it'll be a pretty cool show.
Jumping between the Saloon, Super Saloon, how many shows are you running a season?
We did quite a few last year. We were about 40 or something like that.
Wow.
So we tried to tone it back a little bit this year and just limit ourselves, because we wore ourselves out last year. It just got too much. So now we did Speed Week over that Christmas New Year period, so that was quite a bit of racing in the Saloon. And I haven't done too much in this apart from the Burger King, so just limiting ourselves, but doing the big ones, which we seem to enjoy a lot more.
You know, if you could run 70, 80 shows a year, you'd do it. It's the time spent preparing cars, travelling to the events. That's what causes the burnout.
Oh yeah, I mean the time spent during the week. I mean a lot of guys know how many hours go into one car. We've got 3 in our stable, so it's like a full-time second job really. Once you finish work, we just go down to the shed and work on the cars, and it takes a lot. It's a big commitment, but we love doing it, so we wouldn't have it any other way.
Hey, well, good luck tonight. Hopefully you can grab another podium. We look forward to seeing you at Miami next weekend as well for the North Island Saloon Championship.
Yeah, we'll be there, so we'll see what we can do tonight. First, get that out of the way, and then we'll concentrate on next weekend.
Cool. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks.
Right, I'm over at the 8H car of Craig Cardwell now. I'm just gonna interrupt Craig in this lovely sunshine here in Manawatu. That's a rarity, mate.
Very rare.
Good to have the Burger King series back here after about 9 weeks off.
Yeah, we've had a good break. Well, we've been racing midgets down South Island and all over, so we've been trying to keep busy.
So many drivers in this series doing double duty, whether it's Saloon cars or Kristen racing in Australia, yourself now with the midgets. That's a change from a Super Saloon.
Yeah, mate, it is. Hey, I just think it's good. It gives you more laps and more time driving, because you know that's probably our hardest part in New Zealand. We don't get enough meets in one grade, so people are starting to do that just to get next level.
How many meetings this season would you run in the midget?
Well, I've done the deal where we just do the BK series in this car and our national titles, etc., and then the rest of that. So 10 to 12, mate, we'll be doing, yep, easy.
Does that keep you fresh enough for the Super Saloon?
Probably fresher, you know. The guys in the midgets are fit young kids, you know, where the Supers is probably an elder sport. It's still hard, but I think, yeah, in a midget you've got to be a bit sharper. Definitely.
It's really a midget, something that you've really got to attack and throw it around the racetrack. How different is that to your Super Saloon, which is obviously so much heavier?
Yeah, the midgets, you don't really get off the gas on the things. You set them on the gas, where these you've got to get the gas, brake, set, back on it. So they're just, stuff's happening a lot quicker in the midget, you know, which is, I think, is harder for us, the drivers. You know, you're thinking twice as much than what you are in these cars. But then these cars are hard because they're so heavy, you know. So they're both different in so many ways, but yeah, they're good.
Looking for a podium tonight. How's the season been working out for you so far?
To be honest, we've had a tough season. We haven't put the effort in that the cars deserve in both midget and this. So yeah, we hope we need a podium. The car's good when it's going, and the rest we've been crashing and had a bit of bad luck. So we wish a good night tonight, hopefully.
You'll be another driver looking forward to that national championship next year at Bay Park.
Yeah, hey, we've had some very good nights at Bay Park, so we're going to focus racing there a lot next year and put all into it, definitely.
Just quickly back to the midgets. Last weekend we hosted the New Zealand TQ title at Miani. There's some seriously fast young kids that have got aspirations to go into that midget class.
Oh yeah, like the midget class that I'm running is all pro drivers and people from America, and the kids are just good. Like, they're just on the pace, big time, fearless, and they're driving them really well. So it's good for me to step up to chase that.
No doubt you kept an eye on that Australian speed car title. How about that, Rico Abreu grabbing the title?
Yeah.
He's a legend.
He is a legend, mate. He's very good, you know. Hey, Pickens is unlucky. Pickens drives very well, but you can't take him away from Rico. He's natural talent, definitely.
He certainly is. Hey, good luck tonight. Hopefully you can get up on that podium and haul yourself into contention in the series.
Definitely. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Craig Cardwell, number 8. Well, we've got the 12 car this time of Kristen Vermeulen. I should say welcome back to New Zealand, because it seems like you're in Australia all the time now.
Oh, I know. To be honest, we've been having 2-week stints. We've been there and back, and, you know, it's crazy at the moment. So, you know, some people say I'm getting an Australian accent, but yeah, no, we're definitely spending a lot of time over there. It's awesome, though.
You've got the life we all wish we had.
Yeah, no, I do. I'm really grateful for what I've been given, the opportunities and stuff. It's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so I truly am to be able to do what I do.
Now, you post a lot of pictures of the tracks in Australia, but it's hard to get a perspective on some of them. Usually they're big, deep clay tracks.
Yeah, no, it does range though. With Rushworth is kind of a little bit like Huntley, a little bit smaller, a little bit less banking, but a lot of the tracks over there are big, quite high banked tracks, fast. Some of them, to me, you know, may have about 100 metres on Bay Park. They're huge.
Wow, that's huge, all right.
Yeah, no, they're massive tracks.
And as Chris alluded to earlier, the New Zealand Championship's there next year at Bay Park.
Yes, no, I'm looking forward to it. You know, I've only been at Bay Park once this season, so, you know, hopefully I can, you know, go there and have a couple of practices next season.
How many meetings have you done here in New Zealand so far?
I've done about 12, I think.
How many shows in Australia?
We have got 10 at the moment. We may do more, we may do less. We're looking at doing the Australian title at the end of this month, so it's something a little bit different. We didn't do that year because it was over in Perth, but this season it's actually in the Victorian state that we race for, so yeah, we're going to go and tackle that as well.
So you're arguably looking at 30-35 meetings this season?
Yeah, no, definitely. Usually, you know, when we're not racing in Australia, we have been known to do 30-35 meetings just in New Zealand, but yeah, we've just had to split our time this season, and I think I worked out I was racing every single weekend apart from Christmas. So
Wow. I can't remember if you were here for the last round, which, believe it or not, was December the 3rd. It's a long time back. Bobby Pearce was here, of course. He lit the show up, really. I can't remember if you were at that round.
Yes, no, I was here. Yeah, no,
Did you have a good night?
Yeah, no, it wasn't too bad.
How's the series going, though?
For me, it's okay. We've probably had a little bit of hiccups at the start of the season, so it was a little bit hard, you know, kind of a little bit behind the 8 ball. But now I think we've got everything sorted out, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it's all okay. But, you know, when you've got damage and DNS and stuff, it does hinder you and put you back that little bit. So I think I'm sitting 14th at the moment. Usually I do like to be top 10, so I've got to, you know, pull my finger out a little bit and move myself up a few more spaces. But yeah.
Do you think the experience that you're gaining in Australia in these last couple of seasons would help you on a track like this?
Yeah, I reckon it's the ability to be able to race both cars, and there is tendencies that I've learnt from the late model over in Australia, and being able to put them into this car over here, it definitely taught me to drive a lot harder. In Australia last season, I was driving a car that had a 365 Mopar in it, so it was a little bit underpowered compared to what we have here. But now
just need bigger jandals.
Yeah, I do need. They always say my lead boots need a bit more lead in them, but yeah, no, it's definitely a learning curve, and we've been able to, you know, juggle the two.
So apart from the power difference, what's the biggest difference between an Australian car and a Kiwi car?
It's probably the walking diffs in them. They're a 4-bar car instead of a torsion, so means just when you go into the corner, the left-hand tyre can actually tuck up under the bum and it turns itself around. You know, the engines, I think my car was just a little bit smaller, but they do have the big engines. They've got the 800 to 1,000 horsepower cars, so that's not really too much of a difference, but that's probably the walking diff is what I noticed the most. Like, it actually crabs and it walks, it rolls onto the right-hand front, like these roll onto the right-hand rear, and so it was getting that momentum, trying to get used to that feeling of that handling in the car.
That's definitely going to give you a better feel for a race car overall.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, it's been an awesome experience.
Hey, well, good luck tonight. Hopefully you make it through to the shootout and have a good round here and can improve on 14th place.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
All right, Kristen Boone-Nolan. Another of our fast stars in this BK series is the 92M car of Scott Hayward. Here in blistering sunshine, mate, we've all got our sunnies on hats, but you're still wearing the red bands.
Yeah, it's the only shoes I brought, apart from jandals. I already got a fine for wearing them in the pits too.
You won a round quite a few months ago now. It was, in fact, at Waikaraka Park. You were the only one, effectively, that beat Bobby Pearce.
Oh, yeah, I think it was his first meeting, so it would have been a bit hard for him, but yeah, I was happy to beat him.
Mate, a win is a win.
Yeah, I'll take it, eh?
Now, you went down the South Island and did the big shows. How did that work out?
Oh, we raced on the first at Cromwell and had some trouble with the motor, but we got that sorted, and then qualifying for the New Zealand Champs, we blew the diff in the practice, so that was sort of the New Zealand Champs done for us, but we managed to get a diff. We went out and did a couple of heats, so not ideal, but good holiday.
Yeah, it's always a bit of fun when you travel away down south. Where have you been since then?
I did a meeting at Bay Park last week, and that's all we've run it since then, so sort of still, I'll see what happens tonight, I guess.
Don't think you might be suffering from a lack of driving?
Yeah, definitely. I could do some more meetings, but we've got this and then nothing next week and then Huntley, so we'll get in a few laps in the next couple of weeks.
Do you like this track round here at Robertson Holden International Speedway?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's hard passing, but it's real fast, so it'll be interesting to see what happens at the end of the night.
I'm sure they'll put plenty of water on it. I mean, it's about 30 odd degrees here, which is unusual for Manawatu.
Yeah, I know, it's not ideal. We're going to have to put overalls on soon, but oh well, hopefully it cools down a bit later on.
Off camera, we talked about the New Zealand Championship next year at Mount Maunganui. Everybody's real excited about that, and you're one of them.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. Hopefully the hometown boys, and Gil, she's not actually there anymore, she's in Auckland, but hopefully we can keep it in the mount.
I know it's nearly 12 months away, but the expectation's just going to keep on getting higher and higher.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully we have a better run than what we did down south. So
this is the first time in 10 years we don't have the 1, 2 or 3 NZ in this series.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
interesting.
Grant told us that earlier on.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, they did well down there to keep it all of them down south, so it is what it is, I guess, eh?
Hey, look, you've won a round a few months ago at Waikaraka. You think you can do it again tonight?
Oh, I don't know. We'll see how we get on in the heats, and then if we make the pole shuffle, we'll go from there.
21 good cars here. Just to make the pole shuffle's an achievement.
Yeah, I know. They're all just as fast as each other, so it makes for good racing.
Hey, good luck.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.